This is a glimpse from a construction site. Is aimed to those who are interested to take a job in construction or go for training to become a construction worker trade, like a plumber, maybe construction electrician, uh, maybe carpenter, those type of jobs that require you to have some healthy body, some muscle power, and be in a healthy state. So construction sites are not for those who used to work in an office, like having an office job, and they lost their jobs, and now they think that the only way to make an income to pay the rent or pay the mortgage is to find a job and jump into construction. So it's not for that type of people, unless they love to work with their hands, love to work in a tough environment, dusty, many times stinky, like chemical painting, vapors. Then you have to carry items by hand. Things have sharp edges. Um, right here it's cool in the building, but when you get outside, especially when you work at the ground level, it's super dusty. There is no asphalt. Everything is gravel, dust, dirt, um, and it's a building that's almost complete. Maybe 6 more months, and it's almost complete. I'm at the 30th floor, and as you can see here, lots of items are being installed, like air conditioner vents and all sort of plumbing, and someone has to core these holes. Someone has to install these electrical appliances and this corrugated plastic conduit. Other workers have to carry by hand these items, likely a pile, not one by one. A pile, move it from the hoist or from a place where the crane brings the big pallet of items. Like here, you see, this was brought in by a pallet, so likely being hoisted by the crane and then move around with the pallet. And I'm going to take the stairs down. I'm heading downstairs anyway. I'll walk down the stairs 30 floors to the ground level. I'm doing some testing, but while I'm doing that, I'll record a couple of items so you can see what is being done by people using their skill, talent. Yeah, so this large pieces of pipe are being installed by hand. Each piece of pipe or each segment is at least 10 kilos, like 20 pounds, and these are tiny ones, but when I will go on the stairwell, you will see the standpipe much larger and much heavier. This is the concrete pump plumbing system. So when they bring the concrete from the pump, which is at the ground floor, they pump it up through this pipe. And imagine this one has to be assembled by hand. A number of workers have to put these things together. Then insulation. So you have to work with face mask or face shield, safety gear like glasses, gloves. It's fiberglass insulation. It's not like the old days asbestos, and has to be wrapped nicely. And many times workers have to walk up and down the stairs, 10 floors, 20 floors. Yeah, these are the sprinkler pipe system, heavy rains, shut-off valves, and all sorts of plumbing devices. Electricians do their thing here. As you can see, a bunch of pile of fiberglass insulation. Someone has to handle these items, which are other teams. Now this is one of the apartments. They have to fill those walls with this type of insulation here, and then install the boards on top. This is access to the crane. So the crane operator, in case you want to get such a job, which is a well-paid job, have to get into the crane through here. Then he is climbing up. The crane mechanics have to, use heavy wrenches, heavy devices to tighten each bolt. Rain, shine, sleet, snow, doesn't matter. They have to do this type of work, and it's a dangerous work. And when I look at those people, bodies, the body size, they are all fit, tall, big guys, because it's a physically demanding job. So these items are being lifted by crane. As you can see, they have hooks, but still someone has to push these things in place to set it to the concrete. You see the big nuts. So heavy duty work. These heavy duty cables, the electricians have to move big rolls of cables. So in case you thought of becoming an electrician because someone said or told you that it's cool to work with electricity, right? So if you are unaware of what's going on the construction site, then probably you need to talk to real construction people before jumping into some training. Garbage have to be moved around. This is a clean area, I would say, but when they pour the concrete and you see pieces of metal all over the place, someone has to clean up. And the cleanup is not done by specialized contractors like low-paid workers. The trades have to do the cleanup. So I'll show you the junction box. All these cables installed by electricians. So this is a heavy junction box, have to be moved by hand. Heavy cables, items all over the place, plumbing. Look at these big pipes. And like I said, cutting equipment. And it's constant noise. Now it's kind of quiet because most workers left the site. It's after 3 p.m. and some sites are more active till 3 p.m. when the union workers or the morning shift goes home. See that roll of cable? Someone has to move it by hand. It's not like the crane will lift this one up all the way to the window and someone is going to pull it inside. No, this one is being lifted up by hoist, then moved around all the way to this floor. And lots of women do painting. The data junction box. Yeah, all these items are installed by hand, one by one. A bunch of different contractors do different type of tasks. So it's not one guy, one construction guy installing everything in one apartment. So different teams like plumbers, insulation, electrician, concrete, drywallers. So this is going to be covered by drywall after everything, all the wires and plumbing are done. Then other team is coming with drywall, then another team is coming with painting, so insulation being installed before the drywall. And this is for the multimedia, like Wi-Fi, fiber, cable, all goes into these boxes. Electrician work. I used to do this type of stuff in different country, but those days we had to dig channels into the sort of a gypsum type of wall, then install cables or conduits sometimes, but now it's pre-installed by the ones who are pouring the concrete. So this is after that. So someone has to carry rolls of this corrugated conduit and install those appliances. Also, there's a box full of those power outlets. Someone has to carry that box. The plumber has to carry a large box full of these couplings, insulation. So all these materials now it's installed, but they come in large piles, buckets, depends how, pallets, and someone has to use their physical power, the muscle power to move stuff. Or even these items, they come in big boxes of hundreds or thousands, and they are heavy, few kilos each, and everyone has to carry a tool belt around their waist, and those are heavy. Like you see construction workers carrying hammers, drills, and all sorts of trade tools. This is a unit that is past the point of plumbing and electrical, so they apply the insulation. And probably the next step is to call the drywall people. I saw a bunch of workers left the site at 3 p.m. At least 20 left the site, so it's still activity. Possible these guys are working till 5. Lots of dust. So the drywall people, there is one wearing the mask, likely East Indians. So this is a unit that after the drywall was installed, then did some painting. Painting also the paint come in large buckets. Someone has to carry those large buckets. You still see access to the plumbing. So they have people using special kind of a hand tool to polish all these things. That's why you see so much dust all over the place. It's a really, really dusty environment. This is going to be the bathroom. You see, these things are heavy when they are full. Yeah, so they use this abrasive pads. This is to heat up the space. There's a space heater powered by propane. That's a heavy one, probably 50 kilos at least. Another space heater. This is the elevator shaft. Someone has to install these wooden items and protection and barriers and rolls of plastic. The plastic doesn't come like that, it comes in the big rolls. So this is a video for those young people generally who have no clue what's on construction site. So they heard of construction site, but they only think that it's about cranes, some concrete, and maybe using a hammer and nails maybe. Guess what? Big fat tables. See, it's larger than my hand. Who does that? Guess who is handling this stuff? They have Tesla robots. The Tesla robots brought from Mars to Earth. They handle all this stuff. It's alien technology where the humans cannot handle this much weight. That's for concrete pump. It's getting very loud, very noisy when they pump the concrete up. Someone has to install the locks, the doors, heavy doors. Then other teams are bringing the special locks, the pads, some construction lights. Also, those are being carried by hand. Guess what? These ones also are being brought here with Tesla technology, or maybe teleportation, maybe. Yeah, other contractors, the cabinet installers, Then guys who bring this stuff, it's another team. So many contractors are joining the effort. Tools. So people make a living, feed their families. Bunch of immigrant workers contribute to building the city here. They are kind of invisible workers. That's another contractor installing these fire devices, fire protection systems. So those guys are different guys. I'm showing you that there are lots of opportunities to make some money in construction, but at the same time, lots of opportunity to wreck your body. Not everyone can become a hunter. Not everyone can take down a moose or a bear and bring it home to feed a family. Not everyone can catch fish. But everyone has to do something in order to feed their body and their families. Everyone has to contribute somehow. So you don't choose just something that you think is cool or everyone is doing it. So in my case, I don't know how to catch fish. I caught fish before. East Indians music. Yeah, even the toilet seats are really heavy. So if I don't know how to catch fish, I'm not going fishing just because everyone is catching salmon, it's salmon season and it's salmon fever. No, I go do something else. Same thing, if you feel that the construction is not for you, keep searching. Don't invest your time and money into trading as a trade. And if you decided not to work in this type of field, be respectful for those who build your home, help you with their knowledge and skill and talent when you cannot do it. Like in my case, I'm not good at building homes. I do my part, and I do respect these guys who put so much effort in here. This is the mechanical room, or one of them. It's kind of an interstitial place. Lots of heat pumps and other heat exchangers. So again, heavy stuff. So, I'm letting you go. Yeah, so lots of safety hazards, trip hazards all over the place. That's normal. So if you think this is not for you, maybe share your thoughts to someone who is more of a hands type of person. Talk to you later. Bye bye. Thanks for watching.